So we finish the Savior Tower. Next up, we are going to take on the Knight Tower. So we have Unknowns, a weird AA, some Ludo comp, Catastrophes, and another weird Pierce comp. So I think for this tower, we are going to test out the Sins team with Light Eska, Light Bon, Deanne, she is our healer, and Merlin. So the idea with this comp, we're going to try to let Bon shine as much as possible, so we're going to need debuffs. That's going to come out of Merlin. Deanne's going to be the focus on top of our heal, and then Escanor is just going to be sort of a secondary DPS. So again, we are shooting to go first, so everyone's going to be on HP defense. We have HP, or not HP, CC artifact cards, and we are going to start. I'm going to jump right into it. See if we can one team. This comp should be pretty strong. We want to keep debuffs alive, taunt when we can, and I don't know, see how powerful Bon is going to be pre-buff. Extortion Zone's looking pretty nice. He is going to be giving HP related stats to everyone. Hero skills result in a crit when used on enemies with a mark. So that is also the name of the game, is marking people. I wonder if we can one-tap anyone here. Probably not, because of how much defense the Unknowns have. But we're going to see what this damage looks like. I think in combination with the attack weighted down passive, they might hit max debuffs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. So that's pretty good. For HP defense, I think that's not too bad. So that is our opening play. Now I didn't bother taunting here because it's going to be triple AoE, so not going to get too much value out of a taunt. And we're going to want to focus on Deanne ulting. Ooh, the weak point didn't crit at all. Seems pretty tanky. Sever attack, sure, that crits. Now what comes next could be single targets. So I think what we have here is a merge on Deanne. We'll let that fly all the way through. I want to push her ult. Looks like Nanashi buff isn't on only himself, so we could go for an attack here. Oh, is that another infect? Ooh, that's tough. We're gonna have to wait out the infect. We don't have a cleanse, so we need to be careful. Surely she doesn't have another one. So we're gonna go ahead and attack just to get the gauge there. Philo healed up pretty much all the damage we did. I think we'll just continue to focus Nanashi just because he doesn't have his buff now. Actually, Escanor AoE should do some good damage. And we'll throw on the mark first. He's below half health, so that should be a decent chunk. Minus 100% crit chance. You know, that mark is probably good to put on maybe Echidna or Philo. We could stun on Nanashi. Now, as long as she doesn't have another infect, which it looks like she doesn't, because Philo's going first. Rank 1 single target. If it's rank 2, it's a stun, so that's good. And she's rupturing. She also has a stun on her rank 2 single target. Alright. So that looks good. So now we can ult, and we do have our rank 2 stance still up, so this is actually going to hit for quite a bit. It'll be some good quell damage. We don't really have any debuffs to work with for Bon. So he's close to ult, so I think what I'll do is push his ult as well. And then attack a Nanashi, because again, Nanashi doesn't have his own passive on him. So that hit for a mill, right? Good little heal. This might kill. Oh, it didn't kill. Oh wait, he does have his passive. Wait. It was there for a second and then it went away. I don't know. That was weird. Hopefully this power strike will wipes. Ooh, another infect. I don't want to take a lot of damage here. Alright, bunch of single targets. That's fine. I'm not worried about healing this damage. Any of them ulting it? No. He still doesn't have his buff, so that's fine with me. Go ahead and mark him. And then ults. And I feel like it should be a wipe. I know he's only 1/6. Ooh, this scale is based off attack-related debuffs. So why don't we debuff... We want to attack with him last to make sure that they are maximized on the attack-related down. That's going to kill him. Maybe I should have attacked somebody else. Let's spread the debuffs out. That might be enough. Oh yeah, we'll go ahead and check this out. I don't think I've watched his ulti yet. He is doing the absolute most with this. Oh, he's attacking demons. Okay, that is not a big number, but it did the job, so not too worried about it there. That was pretty cool. That's the first comp. And I already forgot what the second comp was. Angels? It is Angels. So this is a weird Angel team. So this is a team that I would absolutely not recommend anyone try for Guild Wars. The first turn, there's a lot of cards fighting priority here. So you have the Tarn buff, you have the Ludo buff, you have the Sariel Stance. I think Stance is the lowest prio, and usually you want stances to be up as much as possible. So in this case, as long as they don't draw additional buffs, Sariel's not stancing until at least turn 3. I think the idea here though is to go for Liz, because she is going to have that stat boost and heal. So I think we're going to see how much damage we can get off on her. And if we can kill, that'd be great. Ooh, half health before the snipe. Alright. When her passive isn't up, she is not a threat. So we can one-tap her. And now we get to deal with the buffers. Buffs and stances. I think with her out of the picture, I don't see this comp doing a lot of damage. Yep, so that's the cleave attack. I think it'll be really easy to push a heal against this comp. There's no infect, there's no gauge removal, so we'll double move and taunt here. We'll get her ult and then we'll work on someone else. Maybe Merlin, because she's kind of close. Or Bond is also a 2. Not worried about that shield. We could double move and then maybe... I wonder if this rank 2 Merlin would break the shield. I mean, I don't need the ult necessarily. So I could do something like this. I want to break the shield because I want this dissolve to go on. I think I probably should have just attacked without the debuff. The regular attack first. Or I could have broke shield with Eska AoE. I don't know, that's kind of a misplay. But it's fine. As long as 2 people are getting ults, it's just Charmiel. Because they still have gauge removal. I think her stance comes down. And since it lasts for 2 turns, I'm going to put it back up so that we have coil damage. So we're going to stance. We're going to do that. And we could finger. No, I think we combo with the dissolve here. That probably makes the most sense. And that'll be good for us. Yes, the Tarmiel relic. We have no cleanse, so we have to wait a little bit. We can afford to wait. Like I said, this team doesn't really have a lot of damage. That's okay. It does a little bit. It's Pierce, right? You know what? And he's still not stancing because they're constantly drawing buffs. With 2 buffs, bro, and Liz dead, you might never see a stance. So we burned him. Burn the shield off of that guy. What do I want to do here? I do want to break the shield. If the shield's not broken though, they won't reapply it. I could just go for the kill on Tarmiel since, whoops, he's not in a shield at all. And then just to make sure that Ludo doesn't merge once Tarm dies, we're gonna go ahead and dissolve him. Now since it's an AoE heal, the more units we kill, the less damage, or I guess less HP the heal will heal for. But should be fine. We barely took any damage at all, so we're really not worried. It's a lot of attack down. I kind of wish we had a rupture attack. Now, can this break shield? I do see you're ulting. Do I play it safe? Oh, I don't even have a dissolve. So here's what we're doing. We'll break shield. We'll Merlin attack. And Deanne attack. Now he's not missing any HP, so this isn't gonna do as much as it should. That's tough. Let's see Merlin. Can you do something? Ooh, you know, her ult's actually really pretty. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that. Yeah, that's clean. Okay. Alright, you at least broke the shield. Okay, Deanne, we saw this already. Okay, she wipes. She wipes. So that'll be a good heal for us. We're full HP, going into Team 3, which is... no idea. Yes. So, how does this team work? I think this team is viable if you have C6. Because the idea here, right, is this is sort of a real comp. You have to run HP crit defense gear, because this Liz gives you basic stats based on crit defense. And we already know crit defense is huge in Guild Wars. And if you manage to run crit defense on defense, and you can still go first, that's like, that really cucks the attackers. But it's very hard to have enough CC with that sort of comp. Which is why I think you need to make up for it by running C6. So, I think we're gonna try to go for Melee, because he's pretty much the main source of damage. I'm not worried about the basic stat boost. I don't even know if Netmarble like devised this team correctly to have. I mean, I imagine they did, so why wouldn't they? And Bond one taps Melee as well, so that's great. Sort of like the Liz, or sort of like the Angel comp, the main threat's kind of out of the way. This team sort of falls apart. And he got crit pretty easily. I mean, I know the Sins have a lot of stat boosts, but he should have a lot of crit defense on this comp. So, I'm gonna guess that they didn't build it correctly. This is, however, another infect team, so maybe we can kill Lolly second. That'll be nice. They have a lot of AoEs. I think taunts. I think you both, all three of them have. I think it's all AoEs and single targets, 1 and 1 a piece. This isn't going to do too much because there's not a lot of debuffs, so we will do this, and I guess we can throw out the Merlin attack. They all have a couple of her debuffs. I don't think enough to proc them. 3, is it? I think you need 4. Yeah, I mean the damage was fine. We have her dissolve, which is nice. No Deanna attacks. So I can't push ult yet. I'm gonna get Merlin out of the way, and then we'll go back to focusing on getting Deanna ult. Because we can't play around infect, so. Ludo's getting close to his ult, so the dissolve is good here. And elements are getting stacked, so this will be good damage. And then that's probably max debuffs for Bon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, they got consumed there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, she's fucking 2 HP anyways. And it looks like we got the attack seal onto Ludo, who does have Olds, but he's dissolved still, so that's big. We get Dian heal next turn. Bond healed a lot there off of Merlin. So we'll go ahead and get Taunt. Merge here. I'll attack Liz. I don't think Dian kills. I'm not sure how much damage she's accumulated for her passive. It was a big hit. Not gonna lie. We have ults. We should have quell damage. Taunt's gonna stick around. We're definitely killing here. And then whoever we don't kill, we just throw out our single targets and wipe them out. Yep. Whatever that is. Whatever she says there. Alright, so that was Team 3. Pretty good. Team 4 is Catastrophes, I believe. Another weird variant. Oh, actually, this is a more modern variant. With, Roxy. I was gonna say Awaken Roxy. Halloween Easton, Awaken Lilia. Awaken Mono, Roxy. So we're gonna go for Mono first here. So it's gonna be, it would usually be Dissolve, Weak Point AoE. But she's gonna cleanse, right? If she lives, she's gonna cleanse, and that's gonna hurt our damage. Hurt the what the comp revolves around. So we're gonna do our usual double debuff into Snipe. See if we can kill Mono. And then I guess the only thing we have to worry about is not a lot, actually. Just a little above half. Oh, that's huge. The crits are huge from his setup, so I like that. You can really take out a lot of high priority targets fast with him. I think just because of the way they made him, right? Because T1's not guaranteed to crit anymore, especially in this these kinds of circumstances. But it seems like Bond still can. Bond's got a little bit of damage. Roxy does damage. So they do have strong single targets on that comp, so we definitely want to throw the taunt up. We are dissolved, so this lasts for 3 turns. I think what we'll do is we'll keep them spaced out, and then we're gonna focus killing Lilia next. 2 Escanor fingers. I don't know if... Yeah, see, even he misses crits these days. It's crazy. And I mean, it is 4v4, so that is going to have a big effect on it. Actually, technically it is 4v4, but we've already killed off a unit, so they should lose whatever Mana was providing to the team. I know she provides something, but Bon is just a little more cracked with that. Okay, it looks like she doesn't have a dissolve. The only problem is I can't push her ult. Ooh, Roxy's at 4. I didn't get any Merlin dissolves. What I really want to do here... I don't think 2 fingers kills. We've already seen that. What does water do? It's attack seal. I need to decide. We'll just double finger and Merlin attack. I'm worried about her dying and then Roxy merging into ults. We could have left the attack seal, I guess. Okay, there's a silver in between Lilia's cards, so I guess we're fine. So now we have no dissolve. And we can get the ult here. Dissolve Roxy. And we should be okay. As long as Easton doesn't merge. Because her rank 2 on this AoE is a dissolve as well. Okay, so taunt. Merge. Make sure we focus her. We have a gold here, but we don't need it. Ooh, it's in the middle. Hopefully this doesn't do anything crazy. I didn't look at that. Oh, okay, it kills her. Sorry. I didn't mean to do that. She merged into ult. Hopefully these aren't AoEs. Oh, that's a rank 2 AoE. Yep. That's okay. The only one really missing HP is just Bond, so I can just attack with Bond. I don't have Bond snipe, so I think the best thing to do is to make sure Bond can do damage and then dissolve again. The pulverize might kill, but it's fine. Even his debuff does good damage. It is Pierce. Pierce on a debuff, like, that's crazy. Yeah, she does wipe. Well, we let Vaughn get some damage off. It was the most we could heal for you. It was a good bit. Alright, so we are moving on to the final comp, which is Weird Pierce. Freya doesn't go here. Obviously she has a Pierce attack, but she's better on a rag comp. Shin has absolutely no place here. This kit's just bad for war in general. Normally Rim's a high prio target because of buff removal. We don't focus on buffs. Freya she'll do good damage. Infect AoE single target. I wonder if we can kill Rim. Let's give it a shot. He's been able to take out everyone for the most part, except for the unknown comp. Because unknowns, like I said, like 20k defense a piece. I missed a couple crits there, but he won't this time. Yeah, that's crazy. That's so good. That's very strong, I think. There's so many units in this area of the game that can't be crit or have a really tough time critting, and getting a little guarantee off is nice. Somebody else did something like that, right? Didn't Levi have some way to guarantee crits no matter what? I don't remember. Unit that was never meta. Freya's next. Freya or Lilia? Freya's the damage. Can we kill her? Maybe. I'm gonna taunt. I'm actually... Her single target could do something to someone. 2 fingers? Or should I get the merge? We don't need to dissolve yet, so... We'll go for the merge. .3x pierce rate. It's funny how a lot of units, you know, have pierce rate, and then nobody builds pierce. Like, pierce is just bad, because CC is just better. It's like you're not going to see an attack pierce set on Bond, or no one puts pierce rolls on Bond, or Rim, or Lilia, or Chandler. I feel like, again, if you have C6, it's totally viable, because you could just you can get away with those kinds of things, going for more damage, because you're just always going to out CC, so... I guess it's a little different when you're that ahead in the game. Alright, let's go for an ult. We can get Bond ult here. Shin's getting ult soon. We'll keep him in check. We'll do this, and that should kill Freya. Yeah, she's at max debuffs. A couple did get consumed by the Merlin elemental shenanigans. There's a heal. That's fine. That was rank 2 heal. We didn't really do any damage to them anyways. Oh, she was going for that. And we patienced. No, that's a yikes. That's a real feels bad if this was your tower, right? The only ult removal that you have, and it's such a weak attack that it just gets patient. Like 11k attack, like holy. They definitely built her, right, with Pierce rolls. He scales base off of the debuffs, so we're gonna hit with everything else, and then roll with him. Does that put a mark on everyone? No, it puts an attack weighted down on everyone. Okay. Look at the debuffs they get thanks to Merlin. It's crazy. It stacks so fast. He's gonna have a tough time, I feel like. Because debuffs are so easy to play around when you can just play a cleanse team, but I don't know. For war situations like this, he seems pretty strong, but that is gonna be the second tower. If you guys like to drop a thumb, maybe sub if you're into that, and I'll see you in the next one.